Hello, I am Anshuman and I'll be explaining my Python program for assignment 1 of computer vision. I started with importing OpenCV and NumPy Python libraries. I made these two functions for filtering, which I'll be explaining in a while. Using imread function, I read the einstein.jpg file, jpg image, and stored it in a variable called einstein. Next up, I converted this RGB image to grayscale and stored it in this variable called gray. I made a filter which is a NumPy array, and I filtered the image using the custom functions which I made earlier. Going to the filter function, first I extracted the height and the width of the image using the shape attribute and stored it in a row in rows and calls variables separately. I stored the filtered image in a NumPy 2D array with the same dimensions as the image and initialized it as all zeros. To get the filtered pixel values, I used two nested loops out in which the outer loop is for iterating through rows and the inner loop is for iterating through the columns. Both the loops start from 1 and goes to 1 less than the last row and column index, as the filter is of size 3x3, so it couldn't be applied on the first and last row, first and last column, row and column of the image, and therefore have the pixel value as 0. For each ijth pixel, I get the filtered value from the getValue function, which accepts the parameters image, img, filter f, and inj, which are the indices of the pixel. In function getValue, I computed the sum of the multiplication of 3x3 pixel values and filter values of each cell and returned the value. For computing the sum, I again used two nested loops in which I used the variable k for iterating through rows and l for iterating through columns, which takes the value 0, 1, and 2. Each time the product of image pixel value and filter pixel value is computed, and the sum value is increased by the product value. The image indices goes from i-1 to i+1 for rows and j-1 to j+1 for columns, and the sum is returned from the functions. That's how I get each individual pixel value and store it in the new img matrix and returns the filtered image. These are the filters I created for the function for the assignment. First off, we have the question number 1 E filter, in which only the E cell has value 1 and rest are 0, which would give the same image and would not have any difference. This is the image which I got. Next, we have F filter, in which the F cell has value 1 and rest all are zeros, for which the image is this one. In this, the image is shifted to left by 1 pixel. Next, we have the D filter, in which the D pixel has value 1 and the rest are 0, in which the image is pixeled by right by 1 pixel. In the G filter, we have the G cell has the value 1 and rest all are zeros, and the image for that is this one. In this filter, the image will be shifted upwards and right by 1 pixel. For the C filter, we had the C cell as value 1 and rest all was 0. In this, the image will be shifted downwards and left by 1 pixel, and the image for this is this one. Next, in question number 2 first part, we had a filter which highlights the vertical edges of the image, and in second part we had a horizontal edge filter, and the resulting images are this one is the vertical filtered image and this one is the horizontal filtered image. Next, we have the average filter, which computes the average of 3x3 nearby pixel and hence smoothing the image. The resulting image is this one. Last, we have the Gaussian filter. Which gives more weight to the central pixel and then to adjacent pixel and then to diagonal pixel. Now it also smoothens the image and creates a blur effect, and the image for this is this one. This was a walkthrough to my submission of assignment 1, and you can also see my report, and I have also attached the filtered images. Thank you.